On Titus versus Zaris. Step forward, please.
41-year-old paralegal Tracy Titus is suing her former fiancé, 42-year-old shoe salesman Eugene Zaris, for half the cost of their canceled wedding and for assault and false arrest. He says Tracy came at him with a knife.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 658 on the calendar in the matter of Titus versus Zaris. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Titus, you are suing the defendant over two things. He was your former fiancé.
Yes.
You were planning to be married. That didn't happen. You want to be compensated for half of the amount that you spent towards planning the wedding.
Correct.
And the other part of your lawsuit, which is the main part of your lawsuit, is for having you falsely arrested, which caused you to spend some 3 nights in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's start with the wedding first, because I think that that's probably the easiest part of the lawsuit. How long were you planning this wedding?
I started planning the wedding in April of 1998, and I canceled the wedding right after the incident in October of 1998.
And that was your arrangement, that you were going to be married, and you understood that these wedding plans were going forward?
Yes, they were.
Okay. How much did you spend towards the wedding?
I spent $368.05 for the ring. I spent $49.80 for the shoes, $535.98 for the dress.
Okay. Do you want to keep this ring?
Sure, I'll keep it.
Okay, so let's take off the ring. Okay, would you add that up? Divide it in half, please.
And $250 for the church non-refundable deposit. There's also an additional $130 for marriage counseling that I paid for.
$482.50.
$482.50, a half of your out-of-pocket expenses for the wedding. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have a problem with that, sir?
Well, no.
Okay. Now let's get to this false arrest. How did that come about?
We had gone to an appointment that morning on Monday, October 19th, 1998. We had got into an argument after that. He wanted to talk about it. I said, no, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to go home. We got into the car. He grabbed my keys and took my keys away from me and said, we are going to talk about it. And he hit me. I said, no, we are not.
Where did he hit
That's
you?
incorrect.
Shh, shh. Where did he hit you?
He hit me in the chest.
Madam, you didn't say that in your answer. That would have been a very important thing for you to say. Don't make things up as you go along. Let's go. Let's finish it.
He would not get out of the car. I did not want him going with me. He refused to get out of the car. I drove home. I dropped him off outside, and then I left. And I returned home approximately between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. When I came in, I took his key ring, and I took what I thought was my car key off of his key ring. And I put his key ring back down where it was. I went into the bedroom. He was laying down. I decided I was going to lay down. He got up and he left, and when he did, I locked the bedroom door. And then later in the evening, I realized that I had taken his key off the key ring instead of my own. A little while later, he had gone into the bathroom. So I went, I got his key ring to take my key off of his key ring. I set his key on the kitchen counter, which he saw. I went to the drawer. I took out a butter knife, which is this, and I put the butter knife in my hand to pry the key ring apart. And I had it like this. This is what I was doing. He said, give me back my key ring. I said, I will in just a minute. I'm just taking my key off your key ring. I walked into the bedroom. I asked him to get the stuff that he needed for work the next day and take it out of the bedroom because I'd prefer that he not be in there. And he started to do that, and then he got mad, and he lunged after me, and I ran into the bathroom, and I locked the door. I was sitting on the floor up against the bathroom door. He was pushing it, and I got it pushed, and I locked it.
Where are his car keys at this point?
They were in my hand.
So you still had his car keys?
Right. I was still trying to get the key off the key ring. And he threatened to kick the bathroom door in.
Because you had his keys?
Because I
Had his keys.
had his key ring, but I actually did not have his car keys. I came out of the bathroom. I had his car keys, and I had my key and the knife exactly like this in my hand, and I was just holding them. He grabbed his keys. He knocked me down. He took his hand and he whammed me like this. He knocked me into the closet door, knocking the closet door off the track. He grabbed the knife out of my hand this way, and he threw it across the room to the other side of the bedroom over by the window. And he screamed at me, "Don't you ever threaten me with a knife." He then took his arm like this. He had me on the floor, and he pushed on me like this on my throat, choking me. I wiggled around. I tried to get him off. I pushed him off. He backed up. I got up. I jumped across the bed, picked up the phone. I said, "You're going to jail. Nobody's hitting me." I called 911. I was talking to the dispatcher. He kept coming at me. I kept telling him to stay away from me, get away from me. I started to walk out of the bedroom. He went over to my drawer where he knew I kept my money, and he was going to take my money, only it wasn't there anymore. I had already taken it out earlier in the day. So then he starts to get my son's money, and I told him that was a pretty low thing to do. I walked out of the bedroom door. I was going to go out the front door, and he ran from the bedroom to the living room next to the front door where I was standing. When I saw him running at me, I ducked like that, and I leaned across the sofa. He came up on top of me. He pulled me up. He hit me again. He took his right arm, and he put me in a chokehold like this. He flipped me over, slammed my head onto the floor, and was hitting me. I started kicking my feet to try and get him to loosen the grip around my neck because I could not breathe at all. He got up finally, and he backed away, and then he came at me again, and I kicked my foot in that direction to keep him from charging me again. He backed up. I ran out the front door. I still had my car key in my hand. I got in my car. I locked the doors, and he started bringing stuff out of the apartment and putting it in his truck like he was going to leave, so I pulled my car behind his truck so that he could not leave before the police got there.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
She did. She hit me, picked up a shoe, and she hit me in the back of the head with it.
Tracy Titus is suing former fiancé Eugene Zaris for half the cost of their canceled wedding and for assault. He says Tracy threatened him with a knife.
Let's hear your side of the story.
Okay. Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd kind of like to talk a little bit about the appointment. She was there to see her therapist that she's had for over 8 years. And I was invited to come into the session with her and to talk to her about her drinking and her suicide attempts. And in the conversation, she shut down, wouldn't talk to me at all. Her therapist wanted her to attend some Alcoholics Anonymous classes because she would get angry and she would get in the car, she would take off, she'd drive at high speeds, reckless speeds, and would get drunk. And then call me on the phone and tell me on her cell phone that she was going to commit suicide. She
Okay,
said,
so that's why you were there at the therapist.
Right. So what happened was she got angry. She got very upset about this. She turned on me in the car and hit me, grabbing for the keys, calling me every name in the book. Now, I knew that she was going to have a tendency to drive reckless. So I held on to the keys. And I told her, "You need to calm down. We need to talk about this." She did not want to do that. She yelled and screamed and hit me. I got out of the car. I walked down to the corner with the keys in my hand to try to take a break from this and hope that she would calm down and think about it. When I came back to the car, she was not going to cooperate. I had no money. I had no way else to get home. So I took a chance. She started the car up. She took off. She was driving 100 miles an hour down the freeway. I told her that if she does not calm down, if she does not slow down, I will call the police. She wouldn't even slow down until I started dialing a number and waiting for the 911 to come on board. Anyway, I was so happy just to get home in one piece. I was scared to death. When I got into the house, she split. And I did wake up to find out that I did not have the keys to my vehicle. She had them. She had mistaken her key for my key. So she did have that. And when I tried to help her get the keys off the thing, when she had the knife, she did run into the bathroom. She did close herself in the bathroom, and I wanted her to give me my key. And I didn't know it was on the counter. When I was in the drawer, and I knew that if I opened the drawer where she had kept the money, she would come out. So that was my way to get her out. And then the scuffle occurred. She came with me. She had the knife. I flipped her around. I took her down. I restrained her. That's what happened. The police came. I have the police report right here. This explains what happened that night. She was in the hospital, and then her friends called me to tell me not to press charges.
Okay, you dropped the charges, whatever.
I did drop the charge. I did not pursue it because I know that she needs to get some help.
Okay, let me just read what the police officer says in his narrative. she hit you on the back of the head with a shoe?
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because it's not true.
It is true. It's my turn to talk, okay?
Not talking to you.
She did. She hit me, picked up a shoe, and she hit me in the back of the head with a shoe. That's where the confrontation took place, in the living room. She's violent.
Shh. I'm going to deal with your part of the claim right now that deals with false arrest. In your complaint, you are suing him for false arrest. And I'm referring specifically to one line in the police report. The officer reports as follows, and they refer in the report to the defendant, Mr. Zaris, as the victim. That's him. Did not want Titus arrested. That's what the officer says in his report. He said, Zaris, he said that there have never been any incidents of domestic violence while they lived together. Okay? So he did not cause you to be arrested, madam. He did not cause you to be arrested. The two officers at the scene made a judgment that they were required under the current laws in this jurisdiction to effectuate an arrest.
I realized that it was the officers that made the decision, but it was
I don't
based
find
on his
anything that he
statement.
said. I don't find anything in the narrative that he gave to the police officers, madam, inconsistent with what probably happened that day. So your lawsuit with regard to a false arrest is dismissed. I'm giving you one half of the expenses for the wedding, $482 judgment for the plaintiff, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He wouldn't know the truth if I bit him in the butt. He's a car salesman. He always will be. And he knows nothing about the truth. He is a liar.
I think that she needs to get some help. And I don't think it's fair to incarcerate somebody for that incident when I think that therapy is probably a better solution.
They took me to jail. They took me to the city jail, then they took me to the county jail. I was strip searched. I was searched in places that I didn't even know you could hide anything.
And now the next case.
All parties on Peterson versus White. Step forward, please.
17-year-old secretary Jessica Peterson is suing her boyfriend's ex, 24-year-old bank teller Keisha White, for keeping her possessions after she was released from prison.
All right, Miss Peterson, let me understand this lawsuit,
Yes.
which is kind of strange. You and your boyfriend were arrested for trafficking in narcotics, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your boyfriend's still in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant used to be the girlfriend of your boyfriend,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you have 2 children with him,
Yes, Your Honor.
never married to him.
No.
You claim that when the boyfriend and you were incarcerated, she went and took the property from the house that you were sharing with the boyfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
What were you arrested for?
Trafficking cocaine. They stopped us and found
How much?
about 3 ounces.
Did he go to trial yet in his case?
He's in jail right now. He's got 5 years sentenced for another charge, and he goes to court in April for that, for the trafficking cocaine.
Your trial is not pending.
No, I've already pled guilty. It's over.
Oy.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
We're going to get her a copy of my second book. Beauty Fades, Dumb is Forever.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by Real Cases, Real People. Judge Judy. Jessica Peterson is suing her boyfriend's ex, Keisha White, for keeping her things after she was released from prison.
What stuff do you claim she has that belongs to you?
Okay, all of it is both of ours. We got it together within our relationship. A TV, a VCR, the 2 gold chains that she has are his, and then a face to the CD player of a car.
Miss Peterson, how long were you with this character?
A year and a half, as of today.
And were you working during that time?
No, ma'am.
Well, if you weren't working during that time, then you had absolutely no way of putting together any money to buy this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that I don't see how you can claim that any of this stuff was yours.
But we did buy it. I mean, I still had money even though I wasn't working.
You have a trust fund?
No. I just had money.
Now, You say you have a release for this stuff?
Yes, I have that release that he released to jail to my witness, Troy Osborne. He went and picked it up, and we both went to Thrifty Rental Truck and got the stuff, his stuff.
To Brian Quintano. Are you Troy?
Yes, ma'am.
Stand up here, please. This is the most inartfully written thing that I ever saw. Ms. Peterson,
Yes, ma'am.
let's understand this so that we're perfectly clear. I don't like to have to be in a position of turning over property to somebody when I know that that property was purchased with drug money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am, I understand. But
Very good. Very good. Because I don't intend to have anybody who is culpable, that means guilty, profit from drug money. Clearly, you contributed not a sou to this from any legitimate source.
But it doesn't give her the right to keep stuff that does not belong to her either.
I have
Well,
his
just a
two
second.
children.
Just a second. Just a second. Well, so I'm going to respond to you. All right? Maybe Ryan, if he came in here and said, listen, I worked, this is my property, and I want it back, I might listen to him. Maybe he could tell me where he got this money from to buy this stuff, and maybe he can establish that it's his stuff. But as between you and her, she's got 2 kids. She says he's in jail, he's going to do 5 years. What her answer says is, whatever stuff is there that is of any value, she plans to sell to support her children, because he certainly isn't going to pay a penny in child support for the next 5 years.
He's
Well-
supposed to be getting out within the 3 weeks.
Ms. Peterson, if that's true, if you say that he's going to get out in 3 weeks, I'm just dying to see him.
Well, that's why I
Let
had
him-
a notarized letter, because he can't come.
Well, but you say, listen to me, you say that he's going to be out in 3 weeks.
But it's our property, it's not hers. How can
No,
she
it's not
keep our
ours.
stuff?
Listen, let me explain something to you. Ours means that you're married to somebody and that whatever property there is joint property. You are not married to him, right?
Not yet.
Oh, and if you're going to be, that means that, we're going to get her a copy of my second book. Beauty Fades, Dumb is Forever. Ms. Peterson, you have no claim as against this property.
So she illegally can go get something that's not hers.
It's not
and
illegal.
okay.
Just
It's
a
not
second.
illegal.
Just
I
a
have
second.
a letter of release
not
with his
notarized.
signature.
How do
Listen
we
to
know
me,
that?
It
Miss
has
White.
his signature.
Miss White, listen to me. You seem to be winning. What are you arguing with her for?
Judge Judy will continue.
Okay, from a legal perspective, I'm not satisfied that this property is yours. It may be Brian's. You say he's going to be out in 3 weeks. She says 5 years. Well, I know where I'm going to be in 3 weeks. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to be in 5 years. But if Brian wants his property and he can establish to me that it's his property and it was gained from some lawful enterprise, I'd be more than happy to entertain his claim. That's one. So your lawsuit has to be dismissed. And if there's any property left once Brian gets out of jail, I'd certainly be delighted. And I look forward to seeing him. Your lawsuit's dismissed, that's all.
Bodies are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Case number 360 on the calendar in the matter of Johnson versus Wendling. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Ms. Johnson, you and the defendant lived together for a brief period of time, is that right?
That's correct, Your
How
Honor.
long?
3 years.
According to your complaint, when he put you out, because he put you out of the house that you had been sharing, he kept certain property of yours. The property was a washing machine that had been given to you by your mother.
That's correct.
And in addition to that, you claim that he owes you for some credit card bills where he used your credit card several $100s worth. He says that you can have your washing machine back, but you have to give him the $250 that he put into the washing machine. In addition, he says that the only thing that he charged on your credit card was a $60 pair of shoes. The defendant has a counterclaim. He says that you damaged his car at some point and that you shrunk his slip covers when you washed them because you were a poor laundress. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, she don't know how to do laundry.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sure she has attributes other than laundry.
Yeah, she does.
Good. So get over the slipcovers. Now, when did you stop living together?
It was August the 5th, the day after the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis.
All I heard was August the 5th. The rest of it I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry, August the 5th.
Did you say anything after that?
Yeah, I said it was the day after the Brickyard 400. That's how I remember, but that's really not important.
August the 5th. Mr. Wendling, I'm going to get you a counterclaim first because I like to dispose of things in a neat way. The slipcovers she laundered when?
In July. It was right before August 4th.
But you were still living together when she did the laundry, and she
Yes.
laundered the slipcovers.
Yes, ma'am.
And she didn't do that on purpose because she was angry with you. She just laundered the slipcovers.
No, she didn't. I asked her not to do it. I told her that if she did wash it and dry it, that it would shrink and you wouldn't be able to put it on there.
Okay. And she did it anyway. Now, when was the damage to your car?
The car was damaged on November 4th,
Of 2001?
2002, day before voting day.
I thought you broke up in August.
We did. We have kids together.
Just August 5th, 2002, you broke up. So you mean the car was damaged after you broke up?
Yes.
Really? What happened to his car?
Well, he claims that I
No,
drove
you
it.
tell me. Don't tell me what he claims.
I didn't damage his car. I took it down to the gas station and came right back and did
What
no
were you
damage
doing
to his
driving
car.
his car?
I asked him if I could drive it. My car was in the shop, so he said that it was fine to drive his car.
No, that's a fib. That's a fib that you're just telling me, Miss Johnson. I don't like when you fib to me.
Can I tell you how it happened?
Sure. I tend to believe you, Mr. Wendling.
Okay, on November 4th, day before she goes to school, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, etc. We have a 2-year-old boy together. Plus, she has a 4-year-old son from her previous marriage. I go over to her house because I just don't like anybody to babysit my son.
Tell me what happened with the car.
Okay, anyway, make a long story short, the day of the 5th, we were arguing about the washer before she went to school. I didn't want my son to hear us arguing. We went out there, she kicked the quarter panel on my car, which she gets, you know, mad and crazy all the time. So anyway, that didn't matter to me. I went back in the house, she went to school, me and my sons went to sleep. I'm a block mason, and I work real hard every day.
You went to sleep. Come on.
Yeah, I went to sleep
Tell
on the
me,
couch.
let's get to the
She
car.
came home, I was asleep on the couch, got mad, tried to wake me up. Her car was not working. She took my car, took it to the store. When she brought it back to her house, there's bumpers that separate the grass from the concrete. They're about this high. I have a Firebird. They're low to the ground. She ran up
I've
on
done it myself.
Okay, and I have
You
pictures.
go over and it goes over fine, but when you try to pull back, everything comes off the car. Is that what happens?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that what happened?
Yes.
So wasn't that easy?
Well, I didn't kick his car.
I'm not talking about kicking it. Wasn't it easy just to say, that's what happened? I went over a bump.
Yes, but
and when
I didn't
pulled
kick
back,
his car. I don't want you
he's
to
not,
think I'm
just a
vindictive.
second. He's not suing you for kicking his car. He says that you took the car, you went over a bump, you pulled back, the bumper came off the car, right? And you
That is
did
true.
that.
Yes.
How much is it to fix the bumper?
$1,930.
What year Firebird is this?
92.
Oof. Let me see the estimate.
Here's a picture of it. And the estimate. And the kick dent is involved in that 1932.
Is or is not?
It is. And she's wrecked all my cars, Your Honor. Every car that I've owned, she's wrecked.
All right, I can find the fender, because that you're not interested in, right?
Well, yeah, I'm interested in it.
You just told me a minute ago that you
Well,
were going
she's
to forget
suing
it.
me, so I'm going to sue her back.
Shh, just a second.
I mean, what's right's
3
right.
hours painting is 2 hours, and 8, 5. Okay, now let's talk about this washing machine. Your mother gave you a washing machine as a gift?
Yes, she did.
Did Mr. Wendling put down $250?
No. He says he did, but he did not.
Tell me about it.
Well, his birthday is in the end of June. He acts like the whole month of June is like his birthday month, so he does. And he didn't give me any money at all in June. We were arguing in July, and he didn't give me any money in July. So I don't know where he's getting that he gave me any money whatsoever.
Well,
He
could
didn't
you
even-
please tell me when the washing machine was purchased?
It was in June.
Who went to purchase the washing machine?
I did, and I put it on my mom's credit card.
Can I see proof of that?
I don't have it with me. I asked her for it, and she didn't give it to me, so.
Oh, I don't have it.
Because she said, I'm tired of talking about this, is what she said, because we've been going round and round about this.
Well,
so
that's ridiculous.
that's what
Why?
she
Can I
said.
say something?
Sure.
Like I said, I was a block mason, so I got concrete all over my clothes. I've had 3 washers on my back porch for months because they're broke. Okay, she puts 12 loads of clothes in a 6-load washer and
What does that have to
expects
do
it.
with it?
Listen to me.
My-
What date was the washing machine purchased?
I have no idea. I didn't go and buy. All I did was come home and there was a brand new washer in my. But I wanted to go buy a $100 washing machine from the appliance store that didn't cost no $600. I don't need no computerized washing machine to wash clothes.
You don't wash clothes. She washed the clothes.
No, I wash the clothes.
But I
I've
wash
been doing
slip
her
covers.
laundry ever since I've had the washer. I bring her clothes to my house, her and her son's and my son's clothes. I wash them, dry them, fold them, and bring them back to her.
What a great service.
Yes, that's what I
don't
think.
know. I don't know, Miss Johnson. I wouldn't ask for the washing machine back.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he sounds
I wouldn't
like a
ask
really
for the
great
washing
guy.
machine back. That's a great gift.
Melanie Johnson says ex-boyfriend Tony Wendling owes for the return of property and for unpaid credit card bills. Tony says Melanie damaged his car and shrunk the slipcovers to his couch.
Okay. How am I supposed to know what your mother paid for the washing machine?
I don't know. Like I said,
Well, I don't know.
asked
If you
her.
don't know, I don't know. How am I supposed to know that?
I don't have anything, so.
Well, where did you buy it from?
At the Home Depot.
Where did you think you were coming to today? You come to a court, you say, listen, you go to Home Depot and you say, I lost my receipt. I bought this washing machine here a few months ago. Could you please either give me a duplicate bill or something to show what the washing machine cost?
Well, I don't have a car, and he won't let me drive his car anymore after the incident.
Well, I know. She wrecks them.
So you don't know how much the washing machine was?
Yes, it was $300, around $300, a little bit more with tax. You can call my mom and ask her.
I'm not calling your mother. When you come to court, you're supposed to prepare your case. You say that he put things on your credit card. Where are the bills for that?
I don't have that either.
What do you have?
I have pictures of some of the stuff he has.
I don't want to see pictures. I'm asking for 2 main things. I need a bill for the washing machine, and I need a copy of your credit card statement because you said he put $600 worth of stuff on your credit card, and you don't have your credit card statement. No, so you have nothing. So your case is dismissed. Now let's get to your counterclaim. I think that she drove... Put your hand down.
Sorry.
Put your hand down. I find that she drove your car without your permission, and she damaged it. And they want $1,930 to fix it. $230 of that is to take out the dent in the... You said she kicked your car.
Yeah,
well, initially...
Frankenstein boost they got.
Speak not. Initially, you said to me, I'm not interested in kicking, I'm just interested in what she did to the bumper. So I have deducted $230, leaving $1,700, which I am awarding you, sir, on your counterclaim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Well, he was portrayed as a really nice guy, and really he's not a nice guy at all.
Everybody has opinions.
He tries to make himself to be like this great person, and he's really
I
not.
do her laundry every day.
As far as him taking my laundry and doing it, he doesn't do that. He just tried, and everybody was like clapping. That is such a lie. He doesn't do that.
Fold it and bring it to her. It's like, you know, what more could you want?
There's a lot of bitterness and anger, and I think that's what it's over.
Stuff happens to everybody. I mean, yeah, you get angry.
I probably need to move like out here and let him stay back in Indiana so we can be like really far apart.
Don't let girlfriends drive your cars.
Don't get involved with men that are 10 years older than you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Cox versus Davis. Step forward, please.
21-year-old software tester Cameron Cox is suing her ex-boyfriend, 25-year-old bartender Jeremy Davis, for the balance on a car. Jeremy is countersuing, accusing Cameron of cashing 2 of his paychecks.
Miss Cox, how long did you date Mr. Davis?
We met in November, we started dating in December, and we broke up in May.
And when did you decide to put a car that he wanted in your name and put down the deposit?
In February.
So you knew him less than 2 months.
While we had been friends since November.
You dated him for less than 2 months. You had a relationship with him
Yes.
for less than 2 months when you decided to do
Yes.
that. What do you do for a living?
I'm a software tester.
So you're an intelligent gal. You have
Yes.
skills and all that stuff. Ever watch this court before on television? Are you paying attention when you watch? Huh?
Yes.
Well, I'm paying good attention. Because according to what I read here, what you did was, he wanted to buy a car, he had lousy credit. You said, okay, put the car in my name, which means the loan will be in your name. I'll put down half the down payment, $3,000. You pay for the car, you pay for the insurance. And that was the deal that you say you had with him, right?
Yes.
And then a few months later, the romance is over. He takes off, leaving you with the car, which was repossessed. You say it's not your car. You had nothing to do with it. The car was repossessed. It's her problem because the car wasn't in your name, the loan isn't in your name. You don't know why you're here. Is that right?
Right.
See what I mean? And you say, Mr. Davis, not only that, but she took 2 of your commission checks.
Correct.
And forged your name to 2 commission checks and cashed them, and you are counterclaiming. How much were the commission checks?
It was $580.
Can I see that, please?
Yeah.
Sure. Did you forge his name to these checks and cash them?
Only one of them, with his permission.
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
One is dated 4/11, one is dated 4/18.
It was the last one.
Okay, and what did you use the money for?
For what he owes me.
You mean on the cars?
No, to go for what he owes me when we broke up. I made a contract.
Can I see it? Did you sign a note that you promised to pay her all this money?
I don't remember signing anything.
Well, show it to him. See? There you go. Now, did you sign that?
And Ron was a witness to it.
Oh, that's not my signature, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. It's not his signature. So let's go further, Ms. Cox. This says that he owes you half the down payment for the Explorer, which is $1,500.
Correct.
Okay? I'm not even playing around with the rent or half the bills or anything else. Sticking to the car.
Could I say something, Your Honor?
Now, I'll get you in a second. The time in February when you got this Explorer for him, did you have a car?
Yes, I have a car fully paid for.
What kind of car do you have?
I have a Toyota Celica.
Is that what you have now?
Yes.
What year car is that?
2000.
Is it correct, Mr. Davis, that at the time that you and Miss Cox were dating, she had a Toyota Celica 2000? What word didn't you understand, sir? At the time you were dating, did she have a 2000 Toyota Celica?
Yeah, she did.
And in January of 2002, what kind of car did you have?
I have no car.
Ah, perfect. Now, so you had no car in January. Now, I want you to think very carefully, Mr. Davis. Shh. In March, on March 7th, 2002, at 6 o'clock in the evening, think about what I'm saying to you. What kind of car were you driving?
2001 Ford Explorer Sport.
Yes, sir.
But
And what kind of car was she driving?
She was driving a Toyota.
Now, in June of 2002, you were no longer together with the plaintiff. Is that right?
Correct.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving no car.
Right. What did you do with the Explorer?
I didn't do anything with the Explorer. I
You
didn't
just
purchase
left it there.
Yeah, because it was in her name. She purchased, she financed it. Nothing on contract at the dealership was my name on it.
So, now, Bert, first I want to deal, Mr. Davis, with your counterclaim, okay?
Correct.
You claim that the plaintiff forged your name to 2 commission checks totaling almost $600.
Correct.
And she kept that money. Is that right?
Correct.
She kept that money?
She kept that money.
Right. Return this to him. I can't tell whether she forged your name. So your counterclaim's dismissed. You got that so far? Tell me about this car being repossessed. When was it repossessed?
I did a voluntary repo in the middle of June. Once we broke up, he was supposed to go get anger management classes because he was abusive during the relationship.
Oh, so in the short time you were together, he was also abusive?
The last month, he became
Ms.
abusive.
Cox, so listen to me. In the few short months you were together, he was also abusive.
Only in May. He became abusive towards the end of the relationship.
Relationship wasn't that long. Oh, keep your money in your bank. Your head on your shoulders and your money in the bank. 2 good things. If you think of nothing else when you leave here today, keep your head on your shoulders and your money in the bank. So you did a voluntary repo of the car and you sent it back to the credit company, and how much did they sell it for?
And they sold it for $11,000, and this is the remaining of what I owe.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Davis?
Bartender.
How long have you been a bartender, sir?
For about a month. Before I was doing that, I was a fork truck driver.
A what?
Fork truck driver.
Well, what happened to that job?
Well, but I just wanted to bartend.
Don't you make more money driving those heavy machines?
Yeah, you do. But I like the bartending scene, so chose that.
You like the bartending scene?
Yeah, meeting new people.
You still owe $8,000 on this car, $8,800 on this
Yes.
car?
Could I say something, Your Honor?
What?
I had received a call from Cameron that she had called me and said I messed up, and I was, well, what are you talking about? She had spent a lot of money on 8 ball of Coke, used it all. She called me crying on the phone.
God.
What does that have to do with the Explorer? What does that have to do with your Explorer? Would you answer my question?
Do what now?
Mr. Davis, I'll have a vodka martini straight up. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? What does one thing have to do with another? Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing anything wrong, you know. Perhaps mocking Mr. Davis because he suffered from a hearing impediment. He doesn't suffer from a hearing impediment. He suffers from selective hearing, which is very much in tune with his gender. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of her request, $3,000. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Goodbye, Mr. Davis.
Parties are on the calendar in the matter of Straub versus Snelson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Ms. Straub, how old are you?
I'm 20.
When were you 20?
April 5th.
According to your complaint, for your 19th birthday, the defendant, who was then your boyfriend, bought you a dog. You've since broken up. He came in, stole the dog. You want the dog back or the value of the dog? Mr. Snelson says that he never gave you this dog as a gift. The gift was bought for his son, for his son's 5th birthday, and he is counterclaiming for some property that you have that belongs to him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you living together?
Yes.
When did you start to live together?
We started living together when I was 18, but we had broken up right after he had given me the dog for my 19th birthday.
Just a minute. Did you move into his apartment? Did he move into your apartment? Or did you move in together into a new apartment?
I moved into his house, but we then moved into, I moved into my house, into my mother's house in Portland after we had broken up, after he...
Shh. Try paying attention to my questions. You moved into his house. Mm-hmm. Who lived in his house?
Several people.
Who?
A couple of roommates, his son, and I, and him.
How old is his son?
He was 4 then.
When is your birthday in April? April 5th?
Mm-hmm.
On what day was the dog purchased?
I am not sure. It was a couple days before my 19th birthday.
And tell me the circumstances of his giving you the dog.
He had gotten the dog from someone.
Look at me.
He brought it home and he said, "Happy birthday, here's your dog," and that was it.
What kind of a dog is it?
She's an American Pit Bull.
How old was the dog?
She'll be 2 in January.
How old was the dog when you got it?
She was about 3 months old.
And when did you break up?
We broke up right after my 19th birthday. I moved back to Portland, and I took Karma with me, and she lived with me in Portland at my mother's house, which I have proof.
Okay. For how long?
For approximately a year.
When did he come and get the dog? What date?
What date? I moved back to Bend after living.
What Bend?
I moved. We lived in Bend together. And
What
then,
Bend? Is that Bend, Oregon?
Bend, Oregon, yes.
Okay.
And after I had broken up with him, after I had received the dog as a gift for my 19th birthday, I moved back to Portland, Oregon. And she lived
took
with
the dog
me.
with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And she lived with me. I have plenty of paperwork, receipts, original receipts from Portland, from Petco. I have Safeway, places, dates, times, amounts.
Okay, I'll take a look at them in a minute.
Okay. And she lived with me at my mother's house.
For a year?
For about a year, yes.
Was it 9 months? Was it 10 months?
It was almost a year, maybe a couple weeks
Okay, and then
short.
you moved back to Bend.
Then I moved back to Bend.
Where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
And he was all along.
And I am there now. And we had stayed...
Now look at me. You're looking down at your paperwork. Don't look down at your paperwork.
Okay.
You broke up, you took the dog, you went back to your mother's.
Okay.
You stayed with your mother, and then you moved back to Bend. When you moved back to Bend, where did you go?
To his grandmother's. And then
So
shortly,
you went back, you were back together again?
Yes. And then shortly...
You were back together again?
Yes.
What month and year did you move back to Bend?
End of April, beginning of May of this year.
And when did you break up for the last time?
September 3rd, when he had choked me, and I called the police and had him removed.
So from May to September, you lived together?
Yes.
And the police removed him?
They requested that he leave, yes.
and I filed a restraining order the next morning. And the apartment is in my name solely.
So when you moved back to Bend, you leased an apartment, and he moved in with you? I thought you were living with his grandmother.
We lived with his grandmother for approximately 2 months, and then I leased an apartment in my name on July 22nd of this year.
And that's where the two of you were living. July, August, up until September 3rd, you were living with the dog. Is that right?
Yes.
Where was his son?
His son was in Alaska with his mother.
Is that right, Mr. Sneelson? Look at me,
To
sir.
my knowledge.
No. To your knowledge, you would know if your son isn't around. You wake up in the morning, you go and look in his room. If he's not there, look at me.
Well, I'm trying to
look
think
at me.
It has
I
been
just asked
roughly about 8 months to a year.
that your
since
son
he's
has
been
been
over there
living with his
mother.
mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, tell me how he got possession of the dog.
After I had filed the restraining order, I had dropped it because I want to remain friends with him still. I didn't want all of this. But he had came into my house and started arguing with me and just walked in. He still had a key because I had yet to be able to get it from him. And he walked through my back French doors of my patio, came in, argued with me, and grabbed her, and then ran off with her.
Okay.
And he had called me
That's a
after
lot,
that.
Your
He had called me several times from a payphone and asked me if I had wanted to discuss this further, maybe repress the situation.
Do you have any of his property?
I have pots and pans and dishes that his aunt and his grandmother purchased for us for our house, and I would be more than willing to give those back to him.
Fine. Pots, pans, and dishes. What else? You have a ring that belonged to his grandfather?
I do not have a ring of his. I do not have any other possessions of his. He took everything, and he even took my DVD player upon leaving,
Okay.
and he had then later
Now,
given it back to me.
Good. The real issue here is the dog. Is that right?
Yeah, somewhat. I would really like my ring and everything
Pay careful
back.
attention to me, sir.
Okay, if I can get my
Pay
personal
careful attention
belongings
to
back,
me. You can't pay
I would
careful
love
attention to me if you're moving your mouth.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Melody Straub says ex-boyfriend Casey Snelson won't return her pit bull named Karma. Casey says he bought the dog as a birthday gift for his son.
When you had an argument over a year ago with Miss Straub, did she leave Bend, Oregon, and go and live with her mother for a period of time?
No, ma'am.
She did not. She never left. Is that
She
what
left,
you're telling me?
but no, ma'am, she did not go straight to her mother's.
I didn't ask you whether she went straight to her mother's. I asked whether she left and went to her mother's in Portland.
I went with her, though, is what I'm saying.
You stayed with her?
Yes.
did not live
She
with
came
her.
to live with me and my best friend in Vancouver, Washington for approximately a month and a half. Then she moved to her mother's, and it was only about 3 months that
When
we were
she
over there.
moved to her mother's, Mr. Sneelson, was the dog with her?
No.
Yes.
Where was the dog?
It was with me and my roommate and my son and his 2 kids in the apartment with us.
Really?
Yes.
No.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
Yeah, I don't believe you. Show me the proof that the dog was with you in Portland. Show me the... Show me.
Here's everything. That's got it all. She's registered under Multnomah and Deschutes County. All of her rabies vaccinations are under me. Karma Straub.
I'm missing something, Bird. I'm really missing something. My eyes must be getting old. Would you point out the dog in these pictures? See a dog in those pictures?
Not in those, Your Honor.
Well, then what are you giving it to me for?
No, that was the house that I was living at with my mother.
Listen, I don't care about the house and your mother or you. I want you. I asked you. I'm
There's
not looking
pictures
through
in
all
there,
this
Your
garbage.
Honor.
Would you kindly look through this junk and show me proof of the dog living with you in Portland, Oregon?
This is her license under Multnomah County. Here are her pictures along with all of her vaccinations and everything in Portland.
Let me just see. I don't want to see the pictures. I want to see the vet bill.
Okay.
Good.
I also
Mr. Nielsen, listen to me very carefully. Did you ever live with the plaintiff in Portland, Oregon?
Yes.
When?
Around June of 2001 until about August of 2001.
Where did you live?
We lived in Vancouver, Washington, at an apartment complex there.
Is English your primary language?
What's that?
Is English your primary language? I said to you, Did you ever live in Portland, Oregon with the plaintiff?
No, not in Portland. But, I mean,
So the answer is no.
Connected. I mean, they're connected.
So the answer is no. You
Okay,
never
no.
lived with her in Portland, Oregon.
Your Honor,
Vancouver and Portland are connected.
I have receipts that I had kept from Portland also, as well
Wait, just a
as...
sec. I mean, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
What? You said Portland, Oregon. He's talking about Washington. I thought that was rather humorous.
Your Honor?
There's only a tiny bridge that divides them. That's why you commute from one side to the other. There's only a small bridge that divides Portland and
I want to tell you,
Vancouver.
let me ask you this question, sir. You think that if you paid your taxes to the state of Washington, the state of Oregon would say, that's really nice, we're going to, we don't care.
Well,
You
that's
paid
like
it
my
for
friend
Washington,
works
paid
in
to
Oregon,
Oregon,
he lives
we
in
don't care.
the
One
same
is the same thing. I asked you a question. I said, did you ever live with her in Portland, Oregon? The answer is what?
No.
Good.
Sorry.
I also have original...
I didn't ask you anything. In any event, your defense, sir, is that you bought this dog for your son. It was a gift for your son.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am, it
right?
was.
But your son doesn't live with you. Why didn't you give the dog to you?
My son did live with me at the time.
He doesn't live with you now. He hasn't lived with you in a year.
No, but just because I bought the dog when my son
But
was
the
there,
kid what?
was
What
the
were you
dog
gonna
supposed
say?
to go to Alaska?
Why not? The dog
Because his
belongs to
mother
the
wasn't
child.
going to take the dog, and that's my responsibility to take care of that animal.
I don't believe you. I believe that you bought the dog for her and came home and said to her, whether you intended to buy it for her or not, I believe that you came home. Oh, by the way, can I see the bill of sale? I want to see when he bought the dog. Shh. Say nothing.
Okay.
May I say something?
Shh. Say nothing. Oh. This says that the dog was purchased in March for $250.
Yes, ma'am.
He didn't even get that bill of sale until after I had called the police on him, Your Honor.
Is that right?
Stating
I believe you.
that he
I believe you.
took
Show
her
me the
from
registration for the dog.
Registration there, she's not...
She's registered
she's
under
not
me
a-
under Moment.
Show me the registration.
I even have a tape, Your Honor, a cassette tape, that he left a message on my answer machine stating that he wanted to give me back my dog, but I don't want to play his rules.
Okay, let me, you have that
No,
tape? Let me
I
see it.
tried to be very civil between this case, and we tried
Quiet.
to work on a
Sir,
competitive level.
You see this receipt? This
Yes,
receipt is baloney.
That's mine.
It's baloney. It's baloney.
I have an Avid chip put in my animal, too.
Can you
that
please-
registers her to
can you
me.
please
If
play
she's
that tape for
taken,
me?
it comes back to me. It's all registered into my name
I believe
at
it's
any
loud
time.
enough.
Go ahead.
8:52 p.m. Over there. Baby.
I can't hear it.
I didn't want to see you leave because I did want to stay.
How can you have a videotape when your thing has no video? I mean, has no...
On my answer machine.
That was when we were in a fight. I was just letting her see her, Your Honor.
You said what,
That was
sir?
when we were in an argument, and I was just, this was during a time where we were commuting back and forth. She was meeting me behind my grandmother's house so she could see Karma and stuff. Then we tried to hook back up. We hooked back up and stuff after this tape
No,
and
we did
everything.
not.
We had been together after this.
No,
Yes,
we
did,
did
So
Your
what?
Honor.
Shh. So what? You said I'll give you back Karma.
For
That's
the night. That's for the night.
full of
Your Honor.
baloney.
That's not for...
Mr.
No,
Sneelson,
no,
Mr.
no,
Sneelson,
that's
Mrs.
bull-
Nielsen, two things. First of all, lying is something.
I know,
you know,
and this is all lies. That's why I can't
Yeah,
understand
lying is
this.
something
This
that
is
is
just
objectionable
absolutely
to me.
ridiculous.
You take drugs.
No, Your Honor.
What I want you to do is, when my mouth starts to move, your mouth stops. Do you understand?
I know.
And the only time that that doesn't happen is when somebody is usually on speed or some sort of mind-altering drug, because otherwise people know that when they're in a courtroom, judge speaks, they don't. Do you understand that? So I believe that this is her dog. I also believe that she is not going to be able to get this dog from you. Do you understand? Now, you're suing him for the dog or the value of the dog. He wants his personal property back. He wants his property back. He wants his grandfather's ring back that he says that you have. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When she gets the dog back, you get your personal property. Do you understand? Other than that, you get nothing.
It's already gone.
Now, good. So it's already gone. So then all I have to do is I have to dismiss your counterclaim, because that you're not getting back. If she has your grandfather's ring that you said has so much sentimental value to you, that's gone, along with your other stuff. Now, I don't believe he's going to give you back this dog. And the truth of the matter is, I think it's a good idea, because I think that there's something wrong with him. I think it's a good idea that you have no connection with him.
Me too.
Do you understand? And I think that you should get another dog, preferably smart, not a pit bull.
All I want
You're not going to get this dog back from him. And if you do, he's going to be on your case.
I was planning on moving back to Portland.
Listen to me. He's going to be on your case, and there's something about him that's not balanced. I'm doing you a tremendous favor, because he is not wrapped too tight. He is one bottle short of a six-pack.
This is all
Pay
that he
careful
wants.
attention to me. Pay careful attention to me. He is one bottle short of a six-pack. And if you have something that he says he wants, he's never going to be away from you. So go and buy yourself another dog. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't want another dog. She spent 2 years of her life with me.
She's psycho, and I've been dealing with this. She stalks me. She comes by my work 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning.
He's just doing this out of spite.
It's about her being crazy.
You can't be an adult to someone who doesn't want to be an adult themselves.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Morin versus Baird. Step forward, please.
Photo technician Joanne Morin is suing her ex-fiancé, construction plans examiner James Baird, for the cost of a cruise ticket. James is countersuing for the return of a suit and for the cost of a vasectomy.
All right, Bert, I've read the papers in this case. Don't get comfortable. We're not going to be long. Okay. Miss Morin, you and the defendant dated. You were supposed to go on a cruise together. You couldn't go because a relative, I think your father, became ill. The defendant went with 2 of his children, but your son had paid for the cruise ticket. In any event, you say that he owes you $200. He says, more than happy to give you the $200, right? Give me back my suit that I left at your house. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the suit?
Yes, ma'am.
Give him the suit, Bert. I told you, this case has lots of little parts, but we're going to handle them all very quickly. Good. Now you have your suit. The suit goes on your side, and plaintiff gets $200. Are you happy? Good. On your side, you have a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
Your counterclaim is twofold. A, you wanted your suit back, you got your suit. You want her, A, to give you back the engagement ring.
Oh, the money for it, yes.
Where's the engagement ring?
I have it with me right here.
Perfect.
You want to see?
No. Goes back. Goes to his team. Happy now? Almost.
Almost.
The other part you're not going to even be happy that you raised, sir. You want her to pay for a vasectomy that she insisted that you have because she didn't want any more children.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Did she grab you by the hand and take you to the doctor?
No, she...
Very good. Then you don't get paid for the vasectomy. You're over 21, you made a choice. If you don't like the choice, you'd have to live with it or get it reversed. Goodbye and good luck. That takes care of this.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 406 on the calendar in the matter of Coles versus Plunkett. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss Coles, how old are you?
19 years old.
Do you work?
Not at this time, I don't.
What do you do?
I was a student. I'm not doing anything right now.
Who do you live with?
My mother.
How do you know them?
I know Kunta Plunkett. I met him at a bar in the casino.
What's his first name?
Kunta.
Who was that?
That's me.
How old are you?
25.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a millwright.
What does that mean?
It's like a machinist.
You get paid a weekly salary?
Yes.
What's your salary?
About $700.
And what do you do for a living?
Construction worker.
You his brother?
Yes.
How old are you?
28 years old.
How did you meet her?
We met at the casino last year.
Did you go out with her?
Yeah.
How long?
About 7 months.
Did you go out with her exclusively?
Yeah.
So you didn't see anybody else?
I did not, no.
Okay. Now, Miss Coles, it's your claim that these 2 gentlemen scammed you out of almost $4,000. And I want you to tell me how that happened.
Okay, it came about that he asked me one day.
Who's he?
Kunta asked me if I had a checking account.
I want you to look at me when you speak. If you had a checking account.
If I had a checking account. And I told him yes. And then he said he knew a way that I can get free stuff. And he told me how it was done.
Well, why don't you explain to me what he said to you?
He said that...
I want you to look at me when you're explaining this.
I am. He said that we could get free stuff by me writing my name in different signatures on checks, take them to the stores, write the checks.
What do you mean he told you write your name differently on the checks?
Like write your name on the checks differently.
So that you can then later say that it wasn't your signature?
Yes. Go to the bank after the checks went through.
Just a minute.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What were you going to tell them at the bank?
Let the bank contact me after the checks went through. And when the bank contacted me, let them know that I didn't write the checks. And he made it sound real good.
You mean like it was a good way of...
Like the bank would pay for everything. I wouldn't pay for anything. I was stupid. I mean...
Stupid? You knew that it was wrong. You knew it was wrong.
Not yes.
What do you mean not yes? What does that mean, not yes?
I mean, yes, I knew it was wrong, but I guess I wasn't thinking at the time, Your Honor.
Well, you better start thinking.
I did, right after it was too late.
So you went shopping with the two of them?
Yes, he asked me to buy some stuff for his brother, Arthur. His brother would pay me back.
No, he didn't.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
No, did you write checks for Arthur stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if you wrote checks for Arthur stuff, it was your intention, Miss Coles, that the bank was paying.
But he told me he would pay me. No, he did.
Miss Coles,
okay.
Let me make this clear to you. Already you told me that you were a thief. Shh, please, this is not funny. Already you explained to me in detail why you were a thief. I don't want you to be a liar, too.
I'm not.
Because listen to me carefully. What you just told me, Miss Coles, was that you went along with a scheme to defraud the bank by writing your signature in different ways so that later you could disclaim that you ever wrote those checks, so that the bank would think that somebody got a hold of your checks
Yes, ma'am.
and forged your signature, so that he wasn't going to pay you back for the stuff because you weren't going to pay for the stuff to begin with. The bank was going to pay for it.
But, Your Honor, they told me he would pay me. He said he would give me something. And after it was done that weekend, I realized that what I did was wrong. And I went to the bank. I called an attorney. I told her everything that happened. And she advised me to go to my bank and talk to my bank manager. That's exactly what I did. And I stopped myself from getting in any more trouble. And I paid $3,363 of it off, and I'm still paying for it. And all I want is for them to pay for the merchandise that they have. I want them to take responsibility of what they did.
What they did was make a fool out of you.
Yes.
According to you, what they did was make a fool out of you, but you were a thief. You were a forger.
But I don't have a background of thief. I'm just a college student. I mean, I was doing good. I just want to go back to school and get my education. I don't have a background of stealing at all.
You did?
Yes, I did. And I learned my lesson. I just
All
want my
right,
money
now let
back.
me hear from you, the Plunkett boys.
You want to talk first? Who you want to talk to first?
Whoever feels like talking to me.
Okay, well, first of all, her case is crazy. Well, she's crazy. But that weekend, she had told me she had cheated on me, and then I was like, well, I don't know about if I want to be with you or not. So I think that Friday, we ended up going shopping. She didn't say nothing about...
I don't want to hear from you now. And?
And, you know, prior to that, I was...
Take a look at my eyes when we're speaking. Put your papers down.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever have a discussion with her, Mr. Plunkett, with regard to using various signatures on checks in order to defraud a bank?
No.
You think she made that up all by herself?
She must have. She's crazy.
No. Well, you were with her for 7 months, sir. When did you decide she was crazy?
Well, she looked up my criminal record. She was...
Was there a lot to look up, Mr. Plunkett?
I mean...
Please!
It doesn't matter. I mean,
no, it does. It matters.
That's my stuff.
Mr.
I mean...
Plunkett, pay careful attention to my questions.
Yeah.
You had been arrested previously in what year?
92.
For what?
Drug selling.
Was that the first time, Mr. Plunkett, that you were arrested?
Yeah.
Shh, quiet.
No.
Let's take from 1996, Mr. Plunkett, forward. How many arrests do you have after 1996?
I had several. I mean, I really can't tell you. It was like minor stuff, driving on suspension and
No,
stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
talking about driving with a suspended license. I'm talking about other things.
Felonies?
Felonies or misdemeanors?
That drug charge is probably the only felony that I had on there.
May I say something? I have a
Just a
copy.
You have a copy of this
Yes,
arrest
ma'am.
record? Maybe it'll refresh his recollection. Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how crazy she is.
I have pulled a copy.
That's not crazy.
I have both of theirs, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at that.
Okay.
Make it much easier for me. Oh, it's almost a novel.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Serena Cole says her ex-boyfriend, Kunta Kinte Plunkett, and his brother Arthur conned her out of thousands. Serena says the brothers were using her to run a bad check scam.
What were the arrests for false information, Arthur?
Giving the wrong name or something.
Or something.
I don't deny nothing, you know. I know I'm not an angel. I don't deny.
Sure aren't an angel, sir.
You know, I don't deny me having a history or whatever. I don't know the plaintiff.
Why, if you don't really know her, sir, why would you let her purchase things for you?
Well, things that I received from the plaintiff, I was under intention that it came from my brother as a housewarming gift. I had just purchased a house. I didn't ask
What did you purchase for Arthur?
It's right here, ma'am.
Let me see what you purchased for Arthur.
It's both of theirs.
I want to see what you purchased for Arthur.
For me, she purchased a table and a mattress set from the Salvation Army.
You just said to me 2 moments ago she didn't purchase anything from me. Anything that I got from my brother.
Yeah.
Now you say to me she purchased mattresses and a table for you. Were you with her when she purchased it?
Yeah, we were together.
Yes.
My mother was with me also, and
I didn't ask whether your mother was there. I said, were you there with her when she purchased it?
yes.
So then you knew it didn't come from your brother.
No, I was under the intention that it did come from my brother.
I don't know what you mean you were under the intention. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean you were under the impression?
I was under the impression.
That's
Right.
better.
Exactly. When I just purchased the house, I didn't have a bed. And me and my brother had discussed I was needing a bed. He said, well, okay, I know where you can get a cheap bed. It may be used, but it's something for you to sleep on.
Yeah.
And so I'm the only one that had a truck, and she needed a ride. He was there with me also. And so he picked out the bed. It was just a used Salvation Army bed.
Who paid for it?
Serena.
Look him.
Yeah. Serena.
Why would she do that for you?
Because she was my brother's woman. Ex-woman.
So before you were mistaken, Arthur, when you said that anything that you got came from your brother, you actually were with her when she bought you a bed and a table.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, we were all together.
No, we were not.
Can't you just say yes?
Yes.
So you were together and she purchased it. Now you're telling me she purchased it for you because she's your brother's woman.
Yes.
So you know that she's your brother's woman.
Yes.
You know her well?
Yeah, I seen her at my brother's house. And
Have you ever been to her house?
yeah, I've been to her house.
So you know a little bit about her.
Fairly.
What does she do for a living?
She was a student, and
She was a student.
yeah, and
Right. She was a student.
Yeah, and some odd jobs or telemarketing, whatever she done.
And she lived at home, is that right?
Yes.
You're in construction. Where do you think she got the money to buy you a mattress?
According from what I heard, they were going to buy a truck, and it was his money included with hers.
According for what you heard from whom?
From my brother. I just heard them talking about it. So I'm under this assumption that their money were together.
So why wouldn't your brother write a check out of his checking account?
Probably because the truck didn't go through. I guess he was getting his money out of it.
You think that your brother, who's got an arrest record as long as Bird's arm, is going to take the money that he earns as being a machinist and give it to this 19-year-old to put in her bank account so that she could write checks? Is that what you think?
Yes.
He's going to take his money and give it to her? Because he's just a good guy.
I thought they were purchasing a vehicle together.
So you think that your brother took the money that he was earning and gave it to her and said, honey, I want you to put this money in your checking account that's only in your name. Look at him. He can't even, he said, me, I'm not that stupid. Huh? But you think he's that stupid.
Well,
What I want to know is, you think your brother is that stupid? Because he doesn't think he's that stupid.
Right. I don't go to the store and say, hey, let me see your checks, or let me see whose name is on it.
That's not what I'm asking you, sir.
Yeah.
You're not following what I'm asking you, Arthur.
Yeah, I never knew whose name was on it.
I'm asking you whether you think your brother is that stupid that he would take his money and give it to her and say, you put it in the bank in an account in your name.
No, I don't think he would give you something for just her name.
That's what I want. So he wouldn't be that stupid.
Right, he wouldn't be.
Okay. So if he's not that stupid, then he would have a joint checking account
Yeah,
with her, right?
Something joint.
So that when you went to the mattress place, he would have written a check.
Possible.
But he didn't.
Not that store.
Not that store. Where did he write a check
But
for you?
see,
sir?
the salvation-
Arthur, in what store did your brother write the check?
He has a checking card, a check card.
Debit card.
Debit cards.
In what store did he use his debit card for you?
For himself, I've seen him use it on gas. I've seen him use it on.
She talking about this.
Well, this incident, I mean, he doesn't have a habit of just going out buying things for me. It's just that
Arthur,
that case.
Arthur, your primary language is English, is it not?
Yes.
I am going to ask you the question again, because sometimes it takes you a couple of minutes to get it. On the day when you went shopping with the plaintiff and your brother to get stuff for your house, in what store did your brother use his debit card for you?
For me, none.
That's an answer, Arthur. You see how easy that is? Yeah. Now, you would like me to believe, sir, that these were gifts that she purchased for you because you found out, according to you, that she had cheated on you. God forbid, because you've never cheated on her, right? And she wanted to make that up to you by going out and spending thousands of dollars in this scheme that she concocted all by herself, because she's that smart, right?
Evidently.
Where's all this stuff?
The stuff she purchased after finding this out, the total of mine came to about $200. I don't know where $1,500.
Shh. Okay, so it came to $200. So what'd you do?
I still got the bed and the table.
Did you give her back the money?
No, I didn't. It was a gift. I wasn't supposed to.
Well, then you found out that she had had this elaborate scheme. Let's say it was her scheme. And she went to the bank immediately and she said, listen, I don't want to get into any more trouble.
Yeah.
So why didn't you just give back the stuff?
Well, I talked to her lawyer, and first it was like $1,200. Then it's just been going up, you know. So from there, I seen myself getting deeper and deeper, and I called my lawyers. And they told me, if she doesn't have contract, if she doesn't have it on paper, deal with that.
And what'd you do with all the stuff she got for you?
Well, I got it. She brought me this shirt. She brought me these shoes. I mean, she brought my kids some stuff. I mean, she gave it to me as a gift. I mean, what I'm supposed to do with it? I ain't giving it back.
When was the last time you were arrested?
Probably about 98, maybe longer than that.
No, you're right, 98. You're more recent than that.
Yes. Never been involved with no check cashing, schemes.
No, crack, cocaine, robbery, firearms, knuckles, brass knuckles, possession by a convicted felon, filing false information, controlled substance.
All before the age I was 18?
No. You were arrested in 2002 on the charge of assault.
Yeah.
And how old? You told me you were 28, is that right?
Yes. That's domestic violence.
I mean, that doesn't count.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Coles?
Yes.
I've had a rather enjoyable time with these two. I will tell you that. They are two total losers.
I know that. I understand that. Man.
Total losers.
You're right.
Will always be.
Yes.
And there isn't much of a question in my mind that I believe that this whole scheme was probably Sir Lancelot's idea.
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Miss Coles, they're not going to pay a penny. You did it.
But they have the merchandise, Your Honor. I just want them to pay for the merchandise that they have. I have learned my... I learned my lesson.
Good.
I mean, I'm paying for...
Good. I'm glad you learned your lesson.
And I just want them to pay for what they have, Your Honor. I don't want them...
But for you, they wouldn't have anything, madam.
Thank you.
But I have a letter from my lawyer stating that they said they would reimburse me, Your Honor.
Let me take a look at the letter. Let me see what the letter says.
Is my signature on that letter?
What?
Is my signature going to be on that letter? I don't think it is.
Close your mouth. I don't like you, Mr. Plunkett.
Why,
The fact that I'm teaching her a lesson, you're a loser. Your brother's a loser.
Thank you.
That doesn't necessarily mean she has to be a loser forever. She's 19 years old. But for the fact that she embarked on a scheme to defraud the bank by herself, she wouldn't be in this pickle. She didn't have to listen to you. Somebody says to you, jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, let's see how it feels. They do it, then they're stupid. You're not responsible. She's responsible. The fact that you are not a nice person, the fact that you have absolutely no moral fiber, the fact that evidently it runs in the family because you got a brother who suffers from the same affliction, that's not something the law can deal with. Where's the letter?
I left it in my case.
Well, I don't.
I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't- it really doesn't make any difference.
goodness.
It's a very tough lesson, Miss Coles. By the way, when you came home, you told somebody about what you had done?
Yes.
Who did you tell?
My sister.
And your sister said, you're going to go to jail. You better take care of this. Is that what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
And I did take care of it. I was working 4 jobs to get out of this. And I just want them to pay for some of it. I mean,
That would be the right moral thing for them to do, to pay for some of it. That would be the right moral thing for them to do. They are amoral people.
I just want them to
They
take
are without
responsibility.
morals, Miss Cole. And you should have known that because you're not a stupid girl. Somebody tells you to fake your signature so that the bank is going to pay out money, and then you're not going to have to pay because you're going to fill out an affidavit that says that's not my signature, when in fact it was your signature. My 10-year-old grandson would know that that's fraud. What do you want from the courts? You cannot come into a civil court and say, I want what's right to happen, because in order to do that, you have to come in with what they call in the law clean hands. You have to come in and say, I did nothing wrong. They did something wrong. I have clean hands. They have dirty hands. Somebody who doesn't come into court with clean hands cannot ask the court for help. Do you understand that? If you don't understand, I've just explained it to you. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 344 on the calendar in the matter of Burke versus Boma.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Ms. Burke, the defendant is a former boyfriend of yours. It is your claim that he kicked your car. He was angry. Defendant has what is an interesting defense, which I will get to in a moment. When did this happen?
This happened on September 9th.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
it happened on September 9th.
Where were you?
We were driving, and it happened in a parking lot in Racine in Fazino's parking lot.
Well, tell me about it, Ms. Burke. Tell me slowly.
Okay. We weren't going out at the time, so I said I was going to keep a civilized relationship and take him to find some jobs at the mall. So we went to the mall, and he got some applications, and on the way back, he was going through my CDs in the back of my car.
He was sitting in the back?
He was sitting in the back.
You were driving?
I was driving, and my witness was in the front passenger seat.
Go ahead.
So he was going through my CDs, and he stole from me in the past, so I told him to stop going through my stuff, and he refused. So I
What did he say?
He says, no, I'm not going to quit going through your stuff. So then I pulled the car over, and I said, well, then get out. And he says, no, I'm not going to get out. So then I said, okay. And I got out of the car, and I moved the seat because it's a two-door car. So I moved the seat so he could get out. And he said, if I get out, I'm going to mess up your car. And I said, okay, then get back in. So I kind of pushed him back in the car.
How did you push him?
He was halfway out of the car.
And you pushed him back in?
Because he said he was going to mess up my car. I just kind of pushed him back in the car. It was nothing serious. You know, I didn't do anything to hurt him.
Go
I
ahead.
just didn't want him to mess up my car. So then he got out, and then he pushed me out of the way. And then I pushed him back into the car.
Now, how did you push him back into the car?
I just kind of pushed him.
Go ahead.
And then he kicked the car, pushed me out of the way one more time, kicked the car, and ran.
Okay. Now, Mr. Boma, you acknowledge that you kicked the car,
Yes.
but you tell me your version of the events, sir.
Well,
You were going through her CDs in the back of the car.
Yes, because we were going out for about a year and a half, and I had gave her some of my CDs, and you know we was going through some difficult times, so you know we was fighting. And
So you were looking for your CDs.
my CDs.
And she told you to stop, and you said no. She stopped the car. She said, get out. That's where we're up to, because that you agree with.
Yes.
Okay, now you tell me your version of the events from that point, sir.
Okay, and then as she told me to step out of the vehicle, she told me to get out. I said no. I had gave you money to take me to these places and back to my house. She said it the second time. I was trying to get out of the car, and then she had pushed me. That's when my witness came in. He seen that.
Don't tell me what he saw.
Then I got out of the car, and then she had pushed me, and then she slapped me across my face. And
she slapped you?
Yes. And then that made me angry, but I know I'm not to hit a woman. You know, I was raised really good not to hit a woman. So then after she smacked me, instead of hitting a girl, taking out my frustration, I had kicked her car.
At what point did your witness come on the scene?
When he was driving down the road.
He was driving down the road. Yeah, go ahead.
And he was like a few cars behind, like about 5 cars behind.
Keep going.
And he thought that I might be with her, so he was following to see if I was with her, and then he seen that.
Don't tell me what he saw. I'm just asking you where he was.
He was coming down the same road, but he was a couple cars behind. So as I stepped out of the car.
He pulled into the parking lot.
He didn't pull in the parking lot.
He didn't?
No.
He was just driving by.
Yes, and he
recognized. He was driving by.
It was a traffic jam.
Tell me your name.
My name is Cesar Angeles. I was like 6, 7 cars behind him. I seen him driving. He called me earlier in the day. I was at the studio. And I seen him.
What studio?
Greenhouse Records. We rap, so, you know.
Who raps?
Me and our crew.
What about him?
No, he's just my guy. He's my son's uncle. So I know him. And then I was following him. I seen him driving, and I was following him, and it was like a traffic jam right in Fasinos. It's a busy intersection. And I was in the traffic jam, and I seen it all happen. He was trying to get out the car, and she pushed him. She pushed him really hard and smacked him. And I was like, "Dang, what's going on?" And I looked at her, and I was like, and I was right there, right in front of Infocinos. She smacked him, and then all I seen, he smacked him, and then he said something to her and kicked her car, and then the traffic jam stopped, and I had to keep on driving, and I turned around, and then I came back and picked him up.
Step up here. Tell me your last name.
Ashman.
You were in the front passenger seat, is that right?
Yes.
Did you see Miss Burke slap the defendant?
Yes.
Of course you did. You slapped him in the face. Good girl. Have a seat. How come you left that out, Miss Burke?
It all happened so fast.
Miss Burke, how come you left that out?
I didn't mean to leave it out. I may have slapped him in the face, but I wasn't intentionally trying to slap him in the face. I was trying to push him away from me because he had pushed me.
No. You intentionally slapped somebody in the face.
I didn't intentionally slap him.
Yes. The same way you intentionally slap someone in the face, that's the same way you intentionally kick a car.
But he pushed me, and I don't appreciate
No, you pushed him first.
I didn't push him first.
Yes,
I tried to get him back in the car.
Listen to me. You just testified that you pushed him first. That's what you testified to 2 seconds ago.
Because he threatened me.
No, he didn't.
He said he was going to mess up my car if he got out.
That's not threatening you. That's threatening your car.
Okay, he threatened my car.
That's why you put your hands on
my
him.
property.
You don't seem to understand that you can't put your hands on somebody, madam. You cannot put your hands on somebody.
He put his hands on me.
No, you put your hands on him first. And just because he's a male and you're a female, that doesn't give you an advantage.
He hit me before.
Listen to me. I don't care about before. I care about that day and what you say to me here today.
Okay.
And if what you're telling me is what it seems you're telling me is you're allowed to put your hands on him, but he's not allowed to put his hands on you.
No.
Well.
If somebody hit somebody, somebody should hit him back. And if somebody pushed me, he has no right to push me in a way I felt uncomfortable.
You pushed him first.
I just kind of pushed him back in the car. I didn't want him to get out and, and...
You pushed him first.
But he did agree to pay me. I have it on tape.
You pushed him first. I'm trying to get you to talk about the truth.
Okay.
And to have some understanding that you can't put your hands on somebody.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Because if you put your hands on somebody and they react badly, pay attention. You're thinking instead of listening. You are not receiving. I want you to try to receive.
I understand that.
You can't. You understand what?
I understand that I have to receive what you're telling me.
And what am I telling you?
That I have no right to touch anybody.
Because what happens if you put your hands on somebody?
They react.
And what can happen if they react?
They can kick my car.
Or hurt you.
Or hurt me.
And he chose to kick your car rather than to slap you back.
He shook me.
Miss Burke, I think you're a fibber. Darling.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Breanne Burke says ex-boyfriend Daniel Boma kicked her car. Daniel admits to it, but says it was retaliation for getting slapped in the face.
I think you're a fibber, and I think you're trying to contort this story to make it most favorable to you. Fortunately, you bring your own witness who tends to corroborate what he says. I believe he saw what he saw. But this young man who, at first I said, oh, that's convenient, somebody just driving by and witnessing the whole thing. I believe him. And you don't seem to get it. You bear a responsibility. You put your hands on somebody,
I
you're not permitted to do that. And if they react badly, you still bear a certain responsibility.
Right.
Instead of slapping you in the face, he kicked your car. Which would you prefer?
He could have slapped me in the face.
You prefer that he hit you instead of your car?
Yeah, that's going to cost so much money, and he has agreed to pay it, though. Even though he did kick it,
He agreed to pay it, then what are you doing here?
I have it all on tape that he agreed to pay it, but he's not paying.
Pay careful attention. Oh, you mean he's not paying? He said he was going to pay for it.
He said he was, but he's not.
How much is the cost of the dent?
$900. I have the estimates right here. Would you like to see?
How old is your car?
It's a '95 Neon.
Let me see it, please.
Okay. I have pictures in the...
I would like to see the dent that he put in your car. Thank you. You mean right in the back?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that looks like 2 dents.
It was a big dent.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Sure.
What happened was, when he kicked the car, there was initially 1 dent from his foot. Her boyfriend tried to pound it out with a hammer.
No.
Did anybody touch this car? It looks like somebody touched this car.
I tried to push out the dent.
And she's not certified mechanic, that she's worsening the damage.
That was stupid.
I didn't want to drive around with a big dent in my car. It was so ugly, and he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any money. I don't see how he would have paid for it. That's why I'm taking him to court, because it needs to be fixed.
He's not going to fix this for $900.
Well,
two things. A, you are partially responsible for it. And B, because clearly there were ripples in it, and the ripples in it are from you trying to get it out. So if you made it worse, he's not, you're not losing, right? He's not going to pay for that. He's not going to pay for that. You've got to learn to do 2 things. You've got to learn to keep your temper, and you have to learn what your responsibility is. He had no right to kick your car. He acted out of temper because you hit him.
Okay.
You hit him. Now, I don't know how much it would cost to get out the 1 kick that he did put in, because right now I can't tell what he did to the car and what you did to the car. This is after you try to fix it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the recordings that he left me?
Yeah. Okay. I just told you. Hear the recordings. He said, I'll fix the car, right? He said, I'll fix the car. You tried to fix the car and made it worse.
After he saw that, he told me that he was going to fix it, and he even tried to push it out. He's like, I'll push it out. We went over to his house. He said he was going to give me $100, and he even tried to push it out. He's like, let me try to push it out. I can help.
Just a second.
I can fix
Was
it.
that before or after you did?
After.
Okay. At most, getting that 1 dent out of your car, if done properly at the beginning, would have cost you $600. At most, not $900, $600. Somebody takes a plunger and pulls it out of the car, and then it's finished. I believe you're half responsible for what happened to your car, because but for the fact that you hauled off and hit him, he would not have reacted. His temper would not have flared up. He's responsible for that, but so are you.
I'm responsible too. You're right.
And he's also not responsible for the additional damage that you inflicted on your car when you or your friends try to pull out the dent, push out the dent, whatever you decided to do.
Right.
So I'm awarding you $300. If you can get your car fixed for $300, so be it. Otherwise, looking at this little dent in the back, which does not prevent it from being driven, will be a constant reminder. You keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
Because just because you're a woman does not mean you can get away with putting your hands on somebody, because you put your hands on somebody, they're gonna hit you back.
And he should keep his hands off me too, because I am a woman and he's a man. And he's been hitting me a lot in the past, and I would appreciate that.
Would you escort me out?
Sure. Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was just really upset for the fact that she can hit me, and then, I know I can't hit her because I'm a man.
Well, you did. I think he's just mad because our whole relationship was just based on me feeling sorry for him.
Car wouldn't have got kicked, she wouldn't have touched him.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Damaris versus Harrington, Adinolfi. Step forward, please.
20-year-old homemaker Shannon Damaris is suing her former friends, 19-year-old salesperson Holly Harrington and 22-year-old car salesman Tony Adinolfi for the return of her cat, Smokey.
Okay, Mr. Maris, you had a cat. Your cat's name was Smokey. Something happened, you had to move from where you were living, you couldn't take the cat with you. You asked the defendants, who were friends of yours, if they would take care of your cat for a while. That while turned into a long while, and now you want your cat back, and they say it's not your cat anymore. It's our cat.
Right.
Right, okay. So I need some facts. When did you get Smokey?
Smokey was given to me about 3 years ago.
What do you mean about 3 years ago? Let's get a month and year.
November of '99.
By whom?
My boyfriend's brother.
As a kitten?
They had him as a kitten, and then they gave him to us, yes.
But you didn't get him as a
No,
kitten?
I didn't get him as a kitten.
When you say he was given to us, you were living with your boyfriend at the time?
Yep.
So the cat was given to your boyfriend.
He was given to us as a couple, yes.
And then you got custody of the cat when you separated.
We never separated.
So you're still together?
Yep.
Oh, that's so interesting. When did you give the cat to the defendants?
I had given the cat in her custody in the middle, probably around the 15th of February.
And when did you ask for the cat back?
I asked for the cat back in June.
That's a lie. Let's say you asked for the cat back 5 months later. Where were you for 5 months?
I had asked for the cat in June because on my birthday, which was July 21st, is when I attempted to actually get the cat. But
That's July.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
had
6 months
attempted in
later.
June to get the cat. I said I'm going to be taking the cat, and she just kind of put her head down and walked away.
Fine. So then you didn't do anything in June. So the first time you tried to get the cat back was in July, which was 6 months later. Where had you been for 6 months?
I had been living with my parents. My landlord at the time, I had to move in with my parents, and the landlord didn't allow it because we had 3 pets already. And when my dog died, that kind of gave me an opportunity to bring another animal in, and my landlord allowed that at that time.
Where was the boyfriend?
He's incarcerated.
When did he become incarcerated?
On January 24th of 2002.
Is that why you lost your apartment?
Yep.
Okay. How many animals do you have now?
We have 2 cats.
Did you have those 2 cats before?
Those are my parents' cats.
Well, where are you living now?
I'm living with my parents.
And these 2 cats that are your parents' cats, have they ever lived with Smokey?
No.
They have not?
No.
Why would you want to take this cat back now?
Because
now we're talking about almost a year later.
The reason it's a year is because they dragged it out, basically. I attempted to get. I told them in June that I.
Listen to me. July is when you first. That's 6 months. We're not talking about bringing home a sweater or 4 new tires. According to the defendants, it was supposed to be a short-term arrangement for a month, and you were also supposed to give them some money to take care of the cat, which you never did. Is that right?
That's correct.
No money, no vet bills, no food, no anything else. But more importantly, you're treating this as if it was an inanimate object.
I care very much about my cat.
I don't care about you. I don't care about you. You have a cat. You disappear for 6 months. You're out of the picture for 6 months. That animal has bonded with a new family. And now you say a year later, I want my cat back.
I attempted to get my cat back, and they dragged
6 months later.
No, about 4 months later. No. There was no agreement of how long. The thing is, I couldn't take care of the cat at the time, and me and my friend came together, and she said, "I will help you out."
Who are you?
Can I say something?
Who are you?
I'm her witness.
To what?
To what happened about the agreement and everything.
She wasn't even there, Your Honor.
there.
She was there.
No, she was
well,
not.
Come on. When were you there?
Your Honor, technically I wasn't there for the agreement, but...
Sit down. Then I'm not interested in technically. If technically you weren't there, this is a court. This is technical. You're suing for $500. You're not getting the cat back. How much is the value of the cat to you?
He's part of me is what he's the value of it.
Part of you. When something is part of you, like a child, then you don't give it up for 6 months.
I didn't give it up for 6 months. I attempted to get my cat, and they dragged it out. And I offered them money.
You're not following, madam. What you did was tell me the cat came into their possession in February. You told her in June you were going to be coming for the cat, but you didn't go there until July.
Yes,
That's 6 months.
I went there several times. And I visited with the cat and everything.
Just a
and
second.
She never mentioned
just
ever.
Second. Did you go to visit the cat every day?
Not every day, about twice a week. About twice a week I'd hang out over there.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Sure it is. Case is dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step. Your Honor, this is case number 399 on the calendar in the matter of Acosta versus Navarro. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. Acosta, this is your wife?
Yes, it is.
From what I understand from your complaint, your wife has a child.
Correct.
You're the father of that child.
Yes.
You used to be her boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
How long have you been married?
Going on 2 years.
And you have another child?
Yes, I do.
A baby. According to you, Mr. Acosta, during an exchange of visitation between your wife and Mr. Navarro, could you sit down, please? Good. You were assaulted
Yes.
by him.
Correct.
And Mr. Navarro said that you were the aggressor. I gather that this exchange takes place at a police precinct.
Correct.
Why, Mr. Acosta?
Well, he used to be able to pick her up at my house, but see, every time he picked up at my house, he'd always threaten me and everything like that.
So initially the visitation provided that you pick up, it's your daughter?
Yes.
That you pick up your daughter at the house. What happened?
Just from prior experiences before, me and him get into altered arguments. And
Why should you get into an argument?
A lot of times it was things that were passed from my Mrs. Acosta. We would have a dispute or something about my daughter, and then...
When would you have these disputes? At the time when you would pick up the child or return her for visitation?
Well, usually it'd be like before I got there on the phone, we would call and I'd had a little dispute, and then once we got there to exchange my daughter, it would always come up, and I'd, you know, try to talk, or we would try to...
What did you fight about?
Pickup times, maybe being late, 10 minutes, not complete information about hospital appointments and stuff like that.
When was this visitation that resulted in an assault, Mr. Acosta?
October 16th.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Well, we're driving, me and my wife were in the car, we're driving up to the police station. I was parked.
When had Mr. Navarro had his visitation? Was this a Sunday or a Saturday?
It was a Wednesday.
When did you pick your daughter up?
I picked her up that day from school, and I kept her for the evening and dropped her off at the
Is
police
that what
station.
your visitation
Yes.
schedule provides?
Yes.
Wednesday after school?
Yes.
So you picked her up from school, and what time are you supposed to exchange her at the precinct?
At 7 o'clock.
And you were there at 7?
Yes, I was there before.
And were you there at 7?
Yes, I was.
Tell me what happened.
Well, when I got into the police department, to the driveway, the defendant was sitting there with his hands folded to his chest, just giving me bad looks. Me and my wife were looking at each other and go, something's wrong. And, you know, so as soon as we parked, she told me, he's still looking at you. So I told my wife, just go in the police station, do the exchange, and let's go.
You remained in your car?
Yes, I remained in my car.
And I see that your baby was in the car as
Correct.
well. How old is your baby?
She's 17 months.
Go ahead.
Okay, she went there to wait for him to come to the office. He still stayed outside, standing by his truck, giving me bad looks. Then, after 5 minutes later, he grabbed the daughter, went to the police station. I seen him and my wife arguing back and forth. He still had my stepdaughter in his hands.
How did you see them arguing?
The windows are see-through. You can see right through the windows. They're just arguing. Okay, after that, he came outside, like, fast-pacing to my car, cursing at me and saying effing this, get the F out of the car. I go, well, what's wrong? You know, he's, oh, you hit my kid. I go, hit your kid? I go, I didn't even hit your kid. I go, why would I hit your kid? I treat your kid as she was mine.
Where was your daughter at the time, sir, when you came out of the precinct?
She was in my arms.
Go ahead.
Okay, while his daughter was in his arms, he was sitting there cursing at me through my window. My 17-month daughter was in the back. She was sleeping still. Okay, after he kept on cursing, he kept on going, more, get out of the car, this and that. I told you, if anybody ever laid a hand on my kid, I'm going to take him out. So I go, I don't know what you're talking about, you know, just go on your other side. Then he started getting more violent. Then my 17-month-old daughter woke up, and she was crying. So I was looking back, and I told her it's okay, you know. I go, relax, it's okay. And he still kept on cursing. While his daughter's still in his hand, he kept on still cursing. I go, a father shouldn't be cursing with his daughter's in his hand. That's not a good role model for his daughter.
You didn't say that to him, sir. Mr. Acosta, you didn't say you're not a good role model. Come on, let me just hear what happened, sir.
Okay, as soon as I got out of the car, because my 17-month-old daughter was crying in the back. So I went to go pick her up and go to the police station. As soon as I got out of the car, he swung my door open. He grabbed me by 2 hands. He threw me against my car 3 times. And out of those 3 times, he damaged my car on the side. I do have pictures to show proof.
Let me see it.
There's estimates on the underneath the pictures also.
I'll hear you.
Okay, Your Honor. What he said, completely a lie.
That's my job, Mr. Navarro.
Okay, I arrived at the police station about 5 minutes till 7. I arrived there before they did. Once arriving, I was out of the car with my daughter inside the police station waiting for them. I was never outside. They're saying that I was out there with my arms up. That never happened. I was inside the police station waiting for them. I waited there until Cheryl and her husband arrived there, parking pretty much in close to the doors where I can see them drive up, until she got out of the car and entered the police station. I never was outside.
Fine, you weren't outside. What happened when you were inside the precinct, sir?
Once I was inside, I spoke to Miss Acosta.
What did she say to you and what did you say to her?
What I told her was, In the prior visitation before, Brianna had told me that Mr. Acosta had hit her and that she was playing with her younger sister and that somehow she ended up crying and that Stephen came in and got mad at her and hit her. So what I did was when Miss Acosta came in, I told her what had happened. I told her, Brianna's telling me that Stephen hit her. Were you aware of it? What happened? And she's like, Brianna, is that true? And Brianna said yes to her mother, standing there.
Was this on this date? Was this on the 16th of October?
No, it was the 12th is when I told her. So that's when I had told her the first time. The second time when I was waiting there and I had came in, I had told her again, Brianna's telling me the same thing.
What did you tell her?
I told her,
on
on the way to the police station, Brianna had told me I don't want to go. And I said, why not? Stephen's still hitting me. So then I said, what do you want me to do, Brianna? Do you want me to tell your mother? Tell me, what do you want me to do? I go, if I'm going to say this, 4 years old.
So you're saying to this 4-year-old, tell me what you want me to do, Brianna.
Well,
do you want me to tell your mother? That's what you're saying to her? Mr. Navarro, you think I'm crazy?
No.
That's not the kind of conversation you have with a 4-year-old, sir.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Stephen Acosta says the father of his wife's daughter, Ariel Navarro, assaulted him during a custody exchange at a police station. Ariel says Stephen was the aggressor.
Go ahead.
So once we were in there in the police station on the 16th, I told Miss Acosta, Brianna's telling me that Stephen's hitting her again. What I want you to do is talk to Stephen about this, tell him what's going on. And she blew up. She said, why are you always starting to start trouble? And I said, look, I'm not starting trouble. I just want to resolve this. This is my daughter. It's very important for me what's going on in her life. And I think this needs to be talked about. So right away, she blew up and says, you know, why the hell are you starting problems? And I said, look, tell him to come inside the lobby so we can talk to all three of us right here in front of the lobby so we can, you know, resolve it.
And where was Brianna going to sit when you were having this conversation?
I wanted Brianna there because I wanted Brianna to listen to what's happening.
Where did you get your psychiatric degree? Mr. Navarro, where did you get your degree? You wanted the 4 of you to sit and have a discussion inside the police precinct.
I just wanted to question Stephen in front of Brianna to see what reaction she would have.
That's not your job!
Okay.
So she blew up at you?
Yes.
Go ahead.
As soon as she blew up, I said, if you're not going to tell him anything, I'm going to tell him. So with Brianna still in my arms, I exited the police station because showing that I was not going out there to be aggressive or telling any type of situation that might get into an argument.
Mr. Navarro, you know how long I sat in the family court? How old are you?
25.
That many years. I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay.
You went into the precinct and you were furious. You were furious because when you spoke to Mrs. Acosta, the mother of your child, she was unimpressed by your complaints. And she probably said to you, Brianna says things about you and says things about, this is Stephanie? Yeah, I read the papers. So you have a 4-year-old who's probably playing both sides. And you weren't getting anywhere with Brianna's mother.
No.
And you were furious, so you didn't make the exchange, because if you wanted to do the calm thing, what you do was say to her, I want to go out and talk to Stephen privately myself. If you weren't angry, if you hadn't lost it. So here's Brianna, you take Brianna, because I don't want Brianna involved in the situation when I talk to Stephen. That's what you do if you're calm. But you weren't calm.
Your Honor,
you were furious. So you took your daughter, because you did not make the exchange. Your visitation was over, 7 o'clock. You did not make the exchange in the precinct. You went outside. You confronted him with the child in your hands. There's no question in my mind that you caused this damage to the car. No question. Now, you want to tell me how that happened with your 4-year-old?
As soon as I stepped outside and I said, Stephen, I need to speak with you, which I did very calmly, went like that, he swung the door open. When he flung it open, I had to turn to my side because that's how hard he opened the door, that it braced my side. As soon as I saw him getting out of the car and like that in a rage that he was, I set my daughter down and I told his mother, grab the baby, and she said no. And at the same time, when I put her down, I came back up. He was already in my face. I never told him to get out of the car. As soon as he came out of the car, he grabbed my shirt. I grabbed him. He shoved me, and at the both time, we were both pushing each other. We both swung into his car.
Baloney. You went out there, Mr. Navarro, and you were furious. You were furious because you hadn't gotten anywhere. Now, let me give you some very sound advice, sir. It is a sad commentary. Put your papers down, both of you, and pay attention. Look like you're paying attention. Have you gone back to family court yet with regard to resolving the issue of visitation with this child?
Yes, we have.
What is the current order of visitation?
He lost a week due to the incident, what happened October 16th. He lost a week and he lost his dinner nights.
It's clear to me, Mr. Navarro, that you love your daughter. It's clear to me that that's true. And that you, in all probability, should continue to be a part of her life. You want what's best for her. You have to understand that very often 4-year-old little girls who are very, very smart will play both sides of their parents, especially when their parents are living separate. You have to understand that that's a possibility. You're not supposed to question your daughter. You're not supposed to say, what's Stephen doing? Is Stephen hurting you? Is Stephen hitting you? When you have a 4-year-old and you have a baby in the house, very often the 4-year-old is aggressive. You've never seen marks on your child?
Yes.
Where
I'm
have you
saying
seen?
it was caused by him. I'm saying marks of me.
Okay, you've never seen marks that
No.
you attribute to
No,
him
no.
on your child?
No,
right?
not at all. But at the same time, I was saying...
I'm speaking, and you're not listening.
Okay.
You keep whatever disputes that you have with Mr. Acosta between adults, and you don't involve your 4-year-old. That's it. There is no question about that. That's a given. That's something any moron can understand, Mr. Navarro. You don't, the three of you, get together and you decide to have your 4-year-old sit there at a conversation where you're going to discuss with her mother and her stepfather whether or not she's being hit at home by her stepfather or your wife. You have children?
Yes.
Other than Brianna?
Yes.
How many?
We have a 2-year-old together, and then I have 2 stepsons.
Okay. And anybody ever go like this to one of the children? You? Her?
Yes.
Ever hit them on the behind?
Yes.
What about Stephanie? Did you ever see Stephanie raise her hand to one of the children?
Not Brianna.
Did you ever see Stephanie raise her hand to one of the children?
Yes.
Why, you think she's only going to reserve that for her children and yours?
Yes.
You think that that's true?
Yes.
Baloney. So let's get it together. But you don't put your child in harm's way. You lost your temper, Mr. Navarro, and you caused damage to his car. And I don't think you hurt him. You weren't treated for any injuries, were you?
Yes, I was, ma'am.
Where?
My neck.
Let me see. Was Mr. Navarro arrested?
Yes, he was.
What was the result of the case?
I pressed a charge against him, and he pressed a charge against me, too.
What did he press charges against
Because
you
when I was talking to the sheriff, when he came outside, he's like, what do you want to do? I go, I would like to press charges. He goes, Mr. Acosta, you know, he will have a right to press charges against you. He can turn the story around. I go, I think I'll take my chances on doing that. Because he thinks every time...
So what happened?
So we both got arrested.
Well, what happened with the case?
They got dismissed.
Both of them?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Mr. Navarro?
I'm a plumber.
And you?
Computer technician.
So $656 was the cheapest estimate that you had for fixing the car?
Yes.
How many times has there been an exchange of visitation since October 16th? You lost a week, sir, and what else?
I didn't lose a week. I gained the whole side weekend. And my visitations were 3 times a month, weekends, 1st, 3rd, and 4th, and then Wednesday evening dinner. The new order is I get her every other weekend, and I get her Thursday through Sunday. I have a longer period with her.
Every other weekend?
Every other weekend. Prior, we've had, I say, maybe 8 drop-offs since.
And how have they gone?
They've been fine. But I also wanted to say, from prior to that, there's also a restraining order there, prior from my wife fining him in the past of showing his anger and his violence towards us. A restraining of saying over the phone, terrorist threats over the phone. I was trying to get a hold of me, and that was filed in March, I believe. And it's good to 2005 for his actions.
Your wife is the complainant.
Yeah, but it covers also for me.
But your wife was the complainant?
Yes.
I'm curious. Step up, please, Mr. Navarro. What were the allegations in your request for a protective order against Mr. Acosta?
It was to refrain him from calling my house, making verbal threats against me and my family.
Was there a trial with regard to that?
Yes, there was.
Did you testify?
Yes, I did.
Did he testify?
Yes, he did.
After that trial, were you granted the protective order?
Yes.
For 12 months?
It was more than 12 months. It was granted to 2005.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Why were you calling the house?
That was one of her false allegations that she pressed against me. Ever since I got with my wife, they've been writing reports about me, filing reports against me at the Foothill Police Station, at the Azusa Police Station. She finally got her letter together, and she went to the court office and filed a restraining order against me, saying I threatened her house, which never happened. She lied against the whole thing, And when we went to the court, the judge told me, he goes, she took you to court. You didn't take her to court, so I'm going to grant her restraining order. He told me if I want to get a restraining order, I can take her to court too.
You're responsible for his car, Mr. Navarro. His car is $656. What were your out-of-pocket expenses, sir, for your medical care?
None. I'm on Medi-Cal, ma'am.
So it was all covered?
It was all covered.
Mr. Navarro, you got to learn to keep your temper. Especially have to learn to keep your temper in front of your child. Do you understand that?
I understand, Judge.
You lost your temper. You lost it. If you hadn't lost it, then you would never have placed your child in harm's way.
I didn't go out there to be in
Yes, you
harm's
did.
way.
You placed your child in harm's way because if you wanted to protect your child, then what you do is you give the child to her mother in the precinct, and then if you're completely composed, then you want to go outside and discuss, as you indicated, you wanted to just discuss it calmly, you can go over to Stephen and discuss it calmly. However, based on what you told me, Mr. Navarro, your wife was frightened enough of this man to have previously gotten a protective order against him because you say he called on the telephone and threatened bodily harm to your family. Then, under those circumstances, you take your daughter out of the precinct where you were supposed to have dropped her off with her mother. You were so angry that you couldn't control yourself that you went up to the car with your daughter in your hands and confronted this man who you thought was so dangerous that your wife needed a protective order. So if you're telling me that you were behaving in a rational way, the way that a father would behave if they were trying to protect their child, I'm telling you that you did not. You lost your cool, Mr. Navarro. And you're still insisting to me that you didn't? You did. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That covers not only your car, sir, but almost $1,000 for being assaulted. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Wait here, please.